Hey guys, good morning. This is one step closer to the project that I've been telling you about. We are looking at office space today here in Sydney, and this is the ex-NRMA building in North Strathfield, which is a shared office space provided by a company called Watso. And we're looking at this suite at the moment for the 10 of us to start work on this new and exciting project. So, I'm still not sharing it with you, and I know that some of you are starting to kill you not knowing what it is, but it will be announced very, very soon. So, we're through the Bloodbath. That's probably the most important thing to talk about today, apart from the office space and keeping you guys open looping. We're through the Bloodbath. I stocked up on more BCC. I stocked up on more EOS. I got EOS for as cheap as $1 AUD per coin. I'm currently about 11,000 EOS now, and I'm a really, really big believer in it. You'll see in my group, I give a bit of a breakdown of where I think it's going and the potential that it has, and how the development team has already started to put together a lot more. What am I trying to say? The development team is a lot further ahead of schedule than what they'd like to be, and they've still got 300 odd days before the ICO finishes. So the goal for that project, EOS stands for Enterprise Operating System. The goal for that project is to do 1 million transactions a second and have on-chain storage. So right now, with their testnet, they're currently at 10,000 transactions a second, and they have on-chain storage. So there's nothing like this that's ever been created before. The closest thing to it is one of the main developers. The team's just laughing at me because I'm doing this video. The closest thing to it would be Steemit, which is completely hosted on the blockchain as a public application that people can access and use. And I know it does a fair few transactions a second, but it's definitely not 10,000. It's definitely not 1 million. So I'm very heavy into EOS, and I strongly recommend it. I'm going to be talking about a number of different coins, including EOS, in great detail in the edition of the newsletter that I was supposed to have completed yesterday and then the day before. And I'm not normally one to miss deadlines, but with the bloodbath that was happening, it just had me focused on reading, learning, and preparing myself for what was to come, and also getting more knowledge and research for you guys for the newsletter. A lot of good has come out of that. In short, and I've talked about this in detail in the private Facebook group, which you can click the link below, you'll see it there. The move with China was very, very strategic. A lot of the media that was talked about around the last couple of days was around how China hates blockchain and it doesn't want anything to do with it. But really, what it is they didn't want any unregulated ICOs. So people raising money for products and services that they didn't really understand. And what's the kind of motivator behind that? China, NEO, which is Anshares, has gone and negotiated a deal to be the only public blockchain in China. And then there's another company that's doing a private blockchain for the Chinese government called OnChain. And this is just a massive power play by China to control and regulate part of the market. By doing so, they've basically just allowed 2 different blockchain services, which is NEO, Anshares, and their own private one, which is OnChain. So when you look at it like that, it's like, oh wow, it makes sense now. No wonder they're trying to push all this money that has been raised from ICOs completely back to investors' pockets. They're wanting to set themselves up for the next run, which NEO and Anshares is about to have. So you would have noticed that NEO probably dropped down to about $21 Australian yesterday, and it's currently trading at about $29, $30. So it's already bounced back. And everything's in the green, which is really, really good. Everything is in the green, and my portfolio is starting to go back up. And when it goes back up to where it was, because I've acquired more, it's going to give itself a nice little bump as well. So yeah, stay tuned for the video. Well, not for the video, for the newsletter. It's going to be coming out. I'm working on it today, and I'm hoping that it's going to be done today and that there's no crazy stuff that I got to do. So that's it for me. I am going to be announcing this project probably close sometime later in this week, next week, on greater detail. And it's going to help us all, especially around cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, because of what we're able to do. And hence we're trying to find this collaborative space in Sydney. So that's it from me. As always, like, subscribe, share, comment, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. See ya.